Boy. Yeah, we breaking silence on the Lord, oh. So why you think we out here on the Lord for? Yeah, I'm coming through, Ja, ja, ja. Coming through, I'm coming through. Yeah, I wear the truth like a logo. So why you think I'm out here on my dolo? Yeah, I'm coming through, Ja, ja, ja. Coming through, I'm coming through.
Yo, once again, it's the We Break Silence Show. E.charlez, Pamela Rosario, Cash Walker, Vanya. Pam is not here today. And we have a special guest in the building.
Yes, we do.
We have Mr. Miles Arnell.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, brother?
What's going on?
Thank you guys for having me. I gotta start with that. It's a pleasure being here.
The pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Of course.
Was it short notice that we got him over here?
Yeah, it was kind of short. It's all good. It's all good. He pulled through. He
Dropped
pulled through.
everything he was doing, came through for the We Break Silence
pulled
show.
through.
That's
He
the kind
pulled
of pull we got over here at New Villa Radio.
Always.
Funny quick story how we met. I walked into a music store. I'm not gonna say a name because they're not paying us. So I walked into the.
That's right.
I walked into a music store, finishing the project that we're building here for New Villa Radio. Right before New Villa Radio started.
Right.
So I was looking for some 1/4-inch cables, and I hear a man playing some sick keys.
Yeah.
On the piano. And I was like, man, that's some nice chords. He was like, you play? I was like, nah, but you know, I'm into music. I know chords. I love chords and things like that. I dabbled a little bit at church, you know, with the piano, but I don't play like that.
Right.
So we got connected, and I told him, hey, I'm about to start an internet radio station in about a month. He's like, oh, cool. I'm an artist. I have music. I was like, yo, send me your music. I'll play it online. And
Word.
connected sense, bruh.
That's it.
Nice.
With my brother Sense.
That
Shout out
is
to Miles
networking.
Arnell.
That is the origin.
Yes.
That is networking right there. I got a crazy story. You probably don't even remember this. But didn't you used to be in a band, right? Like at
Whoa,
one,
how
way
far back are we
This is
going?
like
This
we're
is
talking like
crazy.
2008, 9 maybe.
Oh my God.
What was the
okay.
name of that band you were in?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you and I go far?
Look at this guy, Miles.
That's what I'm saying.
I
You
thought
might
Charles
not
and I had the first
Yeah, that's what I'm
interaction.
saying. This goes like
He beat
way
me.
back.
You make my story. You put my story to shame, bro.
So back then I was in a band. It was called The Seasons.
Yes.
No way.
All right. I
He said no way.
No way.
I'm pretty sure you came out with your band to my. I was in a group called the Hot Shots at the time, and you came out with your band to come just jam with us. Like I don't even remember how we all met or how we all connected, but you came out to our studio in Brewster. It was like in this loft, and we just played all night. You guys had like we literally had like a 3-4 hour long jam session, and I was like we were rapping and just freestyling over their beats, and they were just like playing all this different stuff.
Wow.
Like we played them.
Remember that, Miles?
His face.
You are in shock.
This is like way,
Should we end the
way
interview,
back.
I
brother?
can't believe he was holding this back.
Yeah.
I thought that was the first thing he would have
No,
said. This is
I
amazing.
should have said it then. That's what I said. I wanted to say it, but I wanted to save it for on air.
We
I
gotta
was
save
he's
it
not
on air.
gonna remember
This is an
But I
exclusive.
remember it because I was like, when he said the name, I was like, yo, I know this guy from somewhere. I was like, I know him from like way back. And that was it.
Did I have really long hair at the time?
Yes, you had
That
like hair
sounds
like
about
down to
right.
your shoulders.
What? I
at the
can't
time.
imagine Miles with hair like that. What?
I wasn't always clean cut, believe it or not.
Really?
It was back then.
I
Yeah.
can't
Long
even
hair.
see you like that, brother.
And the band was sick. You guys had like mad instruments, like there's like a lot of like saxes and like everything, right? Like you had everything going on.
Yeah,
Dude,
this is crazy.
It was sick.
Okay,
And
Miles.
I honestly think that this might even been before you guys got the name The Seasons. Like you guys were like trying to find a name. Like I'm pretty sure it was like that long ago.
This is insane.
It's crazy, dude.
But that's fantastic.
It's a way back story, man.
That's amazing.
I didn't think you would remember because I'm sure you've done so much since then. But I wanted to bring that up because I remembered it.
So,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Follow-up question. What happened with the Seasons? Are you guys still together?
Oh no! That was many moons ago, many lives ago. I'm one philosophically. I believe we can live many lives in one.
I like that.
Yeah.
So,
I like that.
So I think that's a past life, if you will.
Yeah.
I believe in that too.
Okay.
I believe
I
in
like
that.
that. I like that. So where are you from originally? You're from Connecticut, right?
Yes.
Okay. What part of Connecticut?
Actually, not far from headquarters here in New Milford.
Okay, New Milford.
So that's where I was born.
New Milford, right down the street, brother.
That's right.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you went to high school and everything in this area?
Yes.
Okay.
So this area is definitely home.
Nice.
That's crazy.
That's
I was telling you earlier, I thought you was from New York, from like
Yeah.
Putnam County or something, like Brewster and all that.
No.
Right.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
spent time there, and I'm in New York. I'm in Manhattan now, but
Word.
born around here.
CT.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be in
that's right.
Manhattan this weekend for my birthday.
Okay.
Talk to him.
Yeah, I'm staying at that old school hotel, the New Yorker.
Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's a legendary
Yeah,
hotel.
yeah,
Legendary.
yeah.
That's
got
I'm
it.
excited.
That's Great Gatsby stuff. That's like 1930s.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
old
That thing
hotel.
has history. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
lots
I'm
of it.
excited. Yeah.
Nice. So we know that the seasons is part of your journey to where you are now, but tell us a little bit about just how it started for you, just getting into music and.
Okay, going all the way back, it's been a lifelong thing for me. It started, my parents put me in front of huge speakers, like those 70s huge speakers that they don't make anymore. They're just big, obnoxiously large, but
Yeah.
they sound great too.
Were they wooden on the side?
They were.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Those are the
they
good
were,
ones.
yes.
Those are the real ones. I like those speakers.
Absolutely.
Had him with the record player on the top.
Correct. Exactly. But they would just put me in front of those, and they'd play, the Temptations, all Motown, the Beatles,
Yes.
Hall &
Yeah.
Oates,
Yeah.
Elvis
Nice.
Presley.
Nice.
So I was raised on that, like, old school, vintage, like
Yeah.
real soulful classic
Soulful.
music,
I love
and that was like, I learned that before words, like,
Correct.
you ain't nothing but a hound dog. I'm like,
Okay.
There you go.
So like I started from the beginning. I'm trying to get the hair right. So that's always been the goal.
Word.
Nice.
That's what's up, bro.
That's what's up, man.
You recently just got back from Colorado. You had a big show out there, bro.
I saw
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Tell us about that experience.
It was unbelievable. I performed at City Summerfest over in Colorado Springs with Max, who sings Lights Down Low. He's killing it with that right now. Logan Henderson, he was in Big Time Rush. Kent Jones,
Yeah.
Red
Okay,
One.
so word.
It was an incredible experience. Just the welcoming I got over there was much like here. Everybody was really nice, really kind.
Word.
And it was amazing sharing that experience with all those people. And
Yeah.
it was definitely it was a life-changing experience, and definitely like a hallmark of my career so far. It's just it was amazing, just feeling that energy and just giving it back, and
Right.
I love it. I love
How
it.
did that all come about? Just getting to be able to be a part of that.
I fell under some new management recently, and they said,
nice.
"Hey, you got a show. Let's make it
do it.
happen.
Get out
You got
there.
your
Yeah.
3
Threw
weeks,
you in
okay?
there. They
So
threw
good.
you in the pool to swim.
You
That's
gotta swim. You gotta start flapping. You gotta start flapping.
So are you getting booked up now, kind of with the new management and everything? That you're gonna be doing a lot of shows all over, or what's the schedule like moving forward?
Certainly the plan. There's some other stuff in the works later this summer. Just
Okay.
figuring that out exactly where, when, and stuff like that. But the specifics wise, but definitely more and more is going to be happening now.
Right.
Okay. What are you up to now? You're in the studio?
Absolutely. So the
Always in the studio.
always, yeah. Especially now. I mean, look, the market, the world has changed with music. We consume
Singles.
music quick. It's exactly. So the pressure's on to constantly be creating, which is fine by me. I kind of prefer it that way.
Yeah, right.
If I had to choose.
it keeps you
Right.
it keeps you humble, keeps you honest, keeps you working.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Right.
good.
You can't live off an album for 5 years
No.
anymore.
No
Absolutely
way.
not.
That you
Yeah.
used to be able to do that.
I
Wow.
know.
Those
Isn't that
days
I
nuts?
are-
spoke about that.
Right.
You can't even live off an album for 2 months
No.
now.
No.
Can't.
Remember we
You gotta
said
drop
in
the
high
net.
school,
Nope.
singles would last for 9 months, bro.
Yeah, really.
Like a single would-
will last a year. Really.
Yeah, a year. Like,
You know, you could put on a single with a video for your album, and that would last you like the whole year.
Correct. It's not
You
like
know?
that no more, bro.
Nowadays, not at
If
all.
you off for a
Right.
month, you're like, dang, he fell off.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
It's crazy.
So that's
Only a month.
awesome, though. Now that you have the management, you're getting books, you're doing shows.
Yes.
So kind of take us through the journey of getting there, because that
Sure.
clearly,
That's
getting
what
into the
everybody wants to
game,
hear.
You know,
Right.
when you get into the game, you're not immediately getting books. Like it takes a lot of work to build a fan base and all of that. So
Patience.
how was
Certainly.
that for you, and what was that like? What did you have to
Certainly.
do?
I think everybody's story is different when it comes to this. There's no the interesting thing about the music industry is there's no way to get anywhere.
Right.
There's no rule book. Nobody and anyone who says they wrote a book and how to do it, don't believe it because there is no way. It's just I believed in being persistent, and I just truly held on to the belief that this is what I'm put on earth to do.
Yeah.
And just kept pursuing it every day. A lot of traveling.
Right.
I like the applause. That's cool. I like
for
this.
you,
I'm
bro.
still getting used to the sound effect.
That's for you, bro. That's for you, bro.
I love it. But yeah, just staying persistent, sort of the cliches, never letting no deter you, being willing to hear many no's.
You'll be hearing a lot of them, I'm sure. That's
what it's about, of course. And really finding my voice, finding my mission, finding my purpose within music, my place within music, my sound,
Right.
all of those things. Once those things started to consolidate, interest started developing around that in recent times.
You mentioned your sound. We listened to some of your, E played some of your records before. I really like this sound, man. And it sound when you mentioned the music that you grew up listening to, you had that same kind of sound, that soulful energy. Is that where you are you pulling that? Do you pull that that same energy to put into your music too?
Oh, for certain. I like to think of it as, if I can channel, Frank Sinatra's another guy I left out. He's a big one, the Rat Pack.
The voice.
You know what I mean?
Frank is one of those guys who could sing standing still.
Yes, sir.
A lot of guys you see now, nobody can just stand in the front of a mic and just sing.
No way.
He had a voice that you could just stand there, and all he would do is, if I could anywhere, just point to you. It's up to you.
Actually, look, that was perfect. It sounds great, too.
That's the point.
I love
That's all he would do, and that's like special. So I'm sure that's it sounds like you could hear it in your music that you channel those different artists that you named. It was funny that you named those guys.
Absolutely, that and then combined with what's going on right now with pop, I'm also hugely inspired by that. So it's a merger of the two worlds. I actually call the genre luxury pop.
Okay.
I like it to be like the Rolex of pop music, if you will.
Right.
A high-end brand of pop music, if you will.
Nice.
I
makes
like
sense.
that.
That's dope,
I
man.
like that. Where'd you get your moves from?
So I
Saw the
actually,
moves.
Yeah.
So
First of
here's-
all, y'all need to go on his Instagram, check out the
I
moves he
saw
did
the moves.
in Colorado. He shut Colorado down.
Hey.
okay.
The spin move on him. The footwork was crazy, man.
Thank you.
You just practice that in the bathroom. That's it.
Just the bathroom.
rehearse that?
Just the bathroom. No.
He's like, yeah, this is the one. This is the one right here.
No, it was a lot of rehearsing. Here's actually a
bet.
big shout out to CT. Down in Fairfield, my coach Paul Herman.
Oh,
Helped me
Double
out.
Up.
Double Up dance
Nice.
studio. Yes,
Nice.
yes.
Oh, you know? Oh,
Yes.
You know Paul and or Brian?
Yeah, I took a couple classes there.
This
Their
guy-
studio's amazing.
This man is connecting with everybody, bro.
Hey,
You see this guy, Miles?
I know it's crazy.
He's winning. He's winning right now.
a lot of running around, but no, those are great guys, and just I have to share my love for Paul so much for helping me out and just and really helping me develop my rhythm to the next level and get the movement down. He's just a wonderful person, very very, very helpful, supportive, and the talent that comes out of that place is crazy.
Yeah. Incredible.
And he's insane. You see that guy dance, you're like, all right, I'm gonna quit now.
Right. Yeah. That's so real.
Yeah. But,
Real quick, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you said you used to record or used to work with Fetty Wap in the studio, or what was that about?
Eddie.
So not Fetty Wap, but I do work actively with one of his producers, Shy
Oh, okay.
Books.
Okay.
I've played
Gotcha.
with.
Gotcha.
Is he with the RGF Productions or whatever? Or,
Fetty Wap is not not Shy.
Not Shy, okay.
Shy's with Sony, I believe.
nice.
And Fetty's another example of, I don't want to use the word fall off, but I haven't heard of him.
He's been on a couple things, but not too much. And where's another album? His album came out like 3 years ago.
Wow.
So he hasn't, and I haven't seen another one.
Yeah.
He had a wave.
Yeah, he did.
Yes. So what do you think are some things that you've learned as you kind of move into the music industry and are, people are getting more familiar with you and you're kind of navigating that space? What are some things that you're learning just in this, in this area?
I feel as if, surprisingly enough, perhaps, I've learned a lot about human nature in the process. Because I feel as if anything, this business is certainly a business of people.
Right.
Much like any business or any industry
Right.
Or anything you get involved in, it's really learning people and understanding people. I feel like if you can understand people, it's going to benefit you regardless. So it's taught me a lot. It's been a great learning experience just in terms of understanding people.
Right. Yeah. I feel like it's tricky sometimes in the music industry too, because there's a lot of I'm not really in it like that, but you hear stories of
recognize it.
shadiness. And
Well, just when what's her name? When Kendall was just on here a couple weeks ago, the stories that she was telling about kind of just like the way that things operate with like, TV and, within the music industries and the contracts. You hear all the stories, you know what I mean? It's just, it seems like such a messy industry.
Right.
It really does. I had my time I wanted to be involved with it too, but.
Right.
So, I mean, we took our meetings, we talked to who we talked to, but that stuff's a mess, man.
Right.
It really is. It makes you really like,
Right.
you question if you even want to be in it anymore sometimes, I'm sure.
Right. Well, it goes back to what I was saying before about there not being a blueprint to get there.
Right.
Because whereas there anyway, it's subjective.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's you build trust with people, you build relationships, and then that trust is sabotaged, and you lose that. I mean, it does happen. It's happened to myself. It's happened to people around me. I wouldn't name names, but I know people who've lost everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
From getting involved.
Wow.
With the wrong people.
Right.
At the wrong time. You know what I mean?
Just
It
entrusting
can be
the
crazy.
wrong people with your career. You could lose it all.
Too naive and it's no good.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
For sure.
Now you're with you said earlier with Sony Management, right?
Yes. Well, I'm not signed to Sony, the
Okay,
label.
okay. So
but,
you're still
my manager is
Okay.
within Sony.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you're indie. You're
Yes.
independent right now.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I asked Kendall this, if the right contract comes, would you think about signing or would you stay in the indie route? Because I feel like the indie route, you win that way.
It could be. I mean, it would. If it makes sense, it makes sense.
As long as I feel like as long as you're doing shows,
Correct.
and you're working,
Correct.
stay indie.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I agree.
Get your
I
own
agree.
merch going, do all that stuff because all a deal really does is just it's more for promotion, right? Like they have the avenues to get your promotion wise. They'll just get
like
you
I was gonna
nationally
say.
promoted.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
like on a snap of a finger.
Yeah.
They have the
Whereas you
machine.
would have to actually hit the ground running city to city and say, hey, I'm here, I'm Miles Arnell. Like,
Right.
my album comes out this day, and then go to the next place and do it like that.
Right.
And they could just blast it all right out there
Right.
on billboards in every major city in the United States, and they all know your album was going to be out, available to stream on all these places,
Right.
on this day.
Right.
So that's really the only real thing that they do, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's it. Like French Montana was saying.
don't give them your masters, whatever you do.
Oh yeah,
keep your
don't
music.
Give, yeah, don't give them
Amen.
masters.
Amen.
Own your music.
Yeah, like French was saying, and Miles just hit it. They're a machine. So
Yeah.
if you sign with somebody, it's easier for you to get on the MTVs,
Right.
the VTs,
Right.
the Grammys, and all
In
that.
these radio rotations,
Correct, in the radio rotations.
guaranteed spots.
Yes,
and
yes, guaranteed, yeah.
you're these countdowns on these radios. I found out it's not like a fan vote. Like
no,
no, absolutely not.
these
Right.
labels
It's
pay
what
for.
they
I
want.
want number
Yeah.
4 on the countdown.
Yeah, they
this
choose
week.
it. They choose it,
Yeah.
bro. They make the song hot. It could be a
Crazy.
trashy song. They're like,
Right.
nope, we want it number 1, so
Yeah.
we're gonna get
Right.
it.
It's gonna play this
Right.
many
They'll make it
times.
happen.
For instance,
Yeah.
Right. And
that Kanye
right.
song, "To Lift Yourself," is like number 2 on the hot countdown on 93.7. He doesn't even say an actual word.
Yep, that's
Like,
crazy.
He just says "scoop diddy whoop diddy
Yep,
whoop
yep.
scoop doop doop."
It comes down to the subconscious mind too, right? It depends how many times you're listening to it a day on the radio.
That's true.
Right.
If you have the radio in your pocket and they're playing it, if you hear "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran 800 times a day, if you hate it the first 799 times,
You're gonna
it just
start
takes
liking
that
it.
800
Yeah.
to like it.
It's
boom,
like, all
it's
right, no,
fresh in
it's
your
not
mind.
that bad.
Yeah,
Right.
Really,
Right.
in reality, it's horrible.
And once again, of course, that's all subjective, but that's how it's done.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
No,
I
you're
agree.
right. You're right. I agree, bro.
Totally.
I agree.
And now you are a songwriter as well. Like, your music is original,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
what is the process for you when it comes to penning down a song?
That's a great question. First off, songwriting and producing is big for me. I like to
produce
have
as
a
well?
hand. Yes.
Oh, this guy
Yes.
plays
Oh, yeah,
music,
you pay-
bro.
I was gonna
Okay,
say
wait. So you play the
Instruments.
piano,
Correct.
you play the bass.
Yes.
Anything else?
Guitar, mandolin. I know it's a weird
What the
random
heck is
country.
that?
Really?
It's that country instrument.
Oh,
It looks like a little banjo.
yeah, I was gonna
yeah,
say, yeah.
It's random. I went through a phase.
Wow.
But
you're like, this sounds cool.
it's a cool little group. But
Yeah, man.
yeah, just the basics. I'd like
Okay.
to get to the saxophone eventually.
I was gonna say, yeah, I love this.
If you can make a saxophone moan, there's something about
Gold.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
It's, if you hit it just right on a saxophone, it's just
it. It's
perfect.
that scream note, right?
Yeah.
Like that Yes, exactly.
It was-
That was a
it
good
sounds better
rendition.
than
Yo,
that was
That's
good.
You know, if you hit that, the women's gonna start running your way, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's already running his way.
There you go.
Well, hey, that's always a motivation. Whether we like to admit it or not, as a man, that's certainly a motivation.
That's the motive.
Women and money are the two greatest motivators in life. For me, at least.
Right. So back
Honestly.
to the songwriting.
Yes,
What
yes.
is that process?
Yes. For me, usually it begins with either an emotion, or for me, anything with an emotion can create a song instantly on the spot. I
Right.
work pretty quickly. I don't really sit down and pick things apart. Usually what happens is a melody will pop in my head. La 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 la. Okay. And it's like dum 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 dum, and then
And just
Right.
bounce with it. Okay.
and then it builds like that.
You notice he hit the
organically.
same note as Pharrell and Snoop right now, right?
Yeah. It's subconscious.
Yeah, Pharrell got to pay you.
Subconscious.
Hey,
Even though this song's like 15 years old.
Pharrell, he can do that anytime he wants. Anytime.
Right? Get him in the
Bank's
studio.
open.
Get him
That's
in the
right.
studio, Pharrell.
That's right.
Kid's talented.
Do you ever get stuck when you're writing songs? Is there any like writer's block or anything?
No.
No, it's
Thankfully
just
thankfully
flows.
not. I try and keep myself flowing and open. And if there's ever that moment where it's like, hey, we're not getting anywhere, just move on.
Right. You
Just
know,
move
I
on.
could tell about how quick you just came up with that quick little bop right there. Even if that's not like what your finished product will be,
Sure.
that's like the start.
Right.
You know, that's kind of like the foundation to maybe something that ends
Right.
up. Maybe you take this and you switch this little note, or you
Yeah.
change the pitch, or you do
Yes.
like these little small things. But you have that. I can tell you get that bass part down,
For
and
sure.
you just work from there.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just about catching a vibe and just letting it play itself out. And
Right.
if it's really meant to finish itself, it'll finish itself. I like to think the song writes itself through me. I don't actually write a song.
Right.
Nice,
I know
that makes sense.
know?
I know what you were thinking. Like, did that make sense? It makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
does.
I had that moment. I was like, wait.
Don't second guess yourself. You had
We
that
got it,
look.
we got it,
You
we
had
got
a
it.
look like, wait, did that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
yes, it made sense.
It
I
made
totally
sense.
understood exactly what you were saying. It's like it just comes out.
Right.
It
Right.
just comes out, especially when you're writing lyrics, and then when you're writing music too. You
Right.
know, you're just playing it out.
You guys,
kind of feel it.
No, exactly. You guys will probably laugh because usually how it really begins is I'll have like a chord progression. This is what happens more often than not. It's a chord progression. And I'm like, man, I like this. So then I'll just start humming a melody, whatever melody comes to me, and it's usually I'll record it that way. I'll cut a whole song just melody of just I call it word salad. So it's just gibberish. I'll literally like goes humada, baby you baby girl you want blah blah, and
Yeah.
I'll just record the whole
Wow.
song like that.
Right.
And then it's just like filling
Fill in
in
the
puzzle
words.
Yeah,
pieces.
yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Wow.
That's a good idea.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's dope.
That's creative.
And that's basically
Because
it.
once you get that, the hardest thing to remember is those melodies, like exactly how you did it. I'm sure it's like, because that to come up with that style, it had to be torture at first. Like you would do something, maybe you'd be driving and you like hear something like, oh, I got this idea, and then by the
Right.
time you get in the studio, you forgot how you did it. It's like,
Well, that's why these voice notes are good too.
oh yeah, absolutely.
All 10,000 of them.
That's so funny.
No, but honestly, where I got that style from is I was tremendously, grateful to be able to get mentored by Kristen Hall of Sugarland, the
right.
country group Sugarland, and she's a monster as a songwriter. I mean, she is way beyond just country. That just happened to be her genre she was
Right,
in,
right.
but she's just so extensive. It's amazing, and that's how we wrote when we co-wrote songs up at her spot when she was living around here. That's how we would write, and that was a style, and it's a habit that stuck. 'Cause
Right.
I saw that's how she did it.
She did
Grammy
it.
Award-winning person does
Right.
it. I'm like, there's something to this method here.
Right.
There's a
Yeah.
method to this madness, and it I just stuck with me.
That's nice.
Can you come up with a little hook with this Bobby Feet beat right now? I feel like you could do something. Just a melody, no words.
Like it.
I don't want it, babe.
Oh,
If you want me, babe.
hey.
I've been trying to please. I've been trying to please. 'Cause you could do me better.
Ooh.
And even I'm a sweater.
Oh.
If you wanna do it, baby, I say you think it's better when it's up to 10.
Wow, this guy.
I think it's better when it's after 10.
Me too. Me too.
I think it's better when I think it's better, baby. I never knew that you could love me.
Miles Arnell. Miles Arnell.
I want to be his Diddy. You heard me in the back? Like,
Me too.
don't stop.
Me too.
I was in here like, me too. Let's go. Don't stop now. Straight to the top.
Yo,
That is a mess.
Yo, that was tight, bro.
that was tight, man. Thank you,
you.
man, for coming on
I
the
got
show,
one more
brother.
question before
Oh,
we
go
wrap.
ahead. Go
She
ahead.
got
Go
one more
ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
You
My
got
bad.
a
Go
VBAC
ahead.
next week. You
Go
got a
ahead.
job. I'm mad because he cut me off last week.
So when people listen to your body of work, what do you want them to walk away feeling, or if there's anything that you want them
It's a
to walk
great
away
question.
feeling at all?
Well, as an artist, I like to think, sort of touching on that, is I want to really bring class back to pop music. Whether it's just the way the dress,
Love the
tuxedo,
style.
And you already bringing it
fresh.
back. Like I told you, I was about to jump you when you walked in. I want that blazer, bro.
Anytime, man. Hey, my shirt's yours. But yeah, I you know what? I want people to feel whatever I was feeling, and if I can do that, that's great. Like with the song Throwback, if they can feel sexy and they want to maybe make a child to that song, that'd be great.
So you
Said
might
if
be,
y'all want to make babies,
he want to be responsible for
Okay.
a baby boom.
I'd like to bring new life into the world. Yes. No, but
Did he help Drake bring the? Oh, okay, that's too
Oh,
far.
see,
All right,
too
all right.
soon,
I'm sorry.
too
Too
soon,
soon.
too
Too soon. Sorry, Pusha. Yuck.
but I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
that's
I want
dope.
people to have fun. If it's a fun song, have fun, dance.
Right.
Forget about whatever's going on in the day. If it's
Yes.
unpleasant,
Yes.
feel pleasant.
Yes.
Good vibes, good energy.
Yes, sir.
I like that. You're a
Love,
well-rounded
compassion.
artist.
Thank you.
Because
Thank
you don't want to just have somebody making just dance records or just sad records. Like, mix
Right.
it up.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
because that is
Yes.
what life is. You're not ready to party every day.
No,
You're
you're
not
not.
sad every day. I mean,
Exactly.
I'm sure there's some people that are, but you're not happy every day too. There's
Right.
a time and place for everything. Relationships also don't always go just perfect. So you have
Correct.
to address those
It
things.
ebbs and flows.
Ebbs
Yes.
and flows.
Yep.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Love it.
Yes.
I like it, brother. Thank you for coming.
Oh my God! Thank you for having me.
Can you give us any websites, your social media, so that people can follow you
And find your music.
and find your music?
Is your music
Absolutely.
everywhere? Everywhere? All streaming platforms
He
and all
about
that?
to
Yes.
tell you.
Yes.
I'm just trying to tell him.
No, I like the energy. I'm all about the energy.
Give him a tip, man. Let's set him up. Just set him up.
Of course. Yeah. You guys. You can check me out, Miles Arnell, on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, whatever your streaming preference is. Instagram is the main spot to follow me, at Miles Arnell.
Yes,
Simple
sir.
enough. And keep up with me there. Keep in touch. Reach out. Send me a DM. I like to talk to everybody, get to know everybody.
Yes, sir.
I'm wide open. So.
Word.
I like that, brother.
That's awesome, bro.
All right.
It's good to see you again.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. 10 years later.
Wow.
10 years
crazy
later.
story, right?
That's too much.
10
man.
years
later.
dude. That's the full moon effect.
You should have
right
took
there.
a picture
Crazy
with that
swings.
long hair, bro. I can't
I know.
imagine him with long hair.
I'll show
You
you
should have
some.
seen this
I'll show you
studio.
some.
This studio was a barracks, bro. It was just a loft, empty. There was one couch in there. No running water, nothing. Like we
Wow.
literally just had a microphone and a mixer and a computer in there. That was it. It wasn't even heat in there,
That's
my
funny.
God.
except what we were making, the music.
Hey.
That was
Wow.
it.
Yep.
Bars.
Once again, we break silent show. E.charlez, Pamela Rosario, Cashwalk, and Vanya. Make sure you visit our website, newvillaentertainment.com. Follow us on all social media platforms at New Villa Radio.
Make sure you follow Pamela Rosario at Pamela Rosario
Yes,
underscore.
shout out
Pam
Pam.
Rosario
We miss you,
underscore.
and
Pam Rosario underscore. I got you, girl.
at
Yes.
Cashwalk and everywhere you go.
Exactly.
Everywhere you go, you can find me.
Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page to check out interviews like Miles Arnell and others.
Yes, sir.
And that's all the announcements that I have. You guys have any other? Cash, don't tell me the score.
You don't want to know the score.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
He's
gosh, this
watching.
guy.
No, it's not. I'm just saying,
Okay.
like, you don't want to know the score. I get that.
Don't
but
say it with that
there's
face.
something going on right now
Okay.
that is a huge moment in this series.
Okay,
that
don't
is
tell
very
me.
important. Yeah.
Okay, don't tell me
Huge
anything.
thing.
Don't tell me.
Not gonna.
Okay, all right. Anything else, guys?
Nothing else.
No, because
That's all I got, man.
We won't
Thank
be
you, Miles,
here
again.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you. We won't be here next week. We'll resume the week after.
Period.
We'll be back on the 14th.
Sounds
all right.
good.
Love you guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
Peace.
Good night.
This is New Villa Entertainment.